Hello guys, welcome the very first edition of Hashtag this week. So it's fresh, it's straight from the oven, and you are welcome. I am Vivian Oguche. I got my co-anchor here. Like always, I don't fly solo. He is Ikechukwu. How are you?
Good evening, Vivian.
Hi.
It's a good new week.
Yeah, your weekend was good?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I said I was going to ask you guys, how was your weekend? Hope it was good. Just let us know, yeah, in the comment section. Just go to YouTube and let's do this thing. Now, our very first hashtag is hashtag Super Falcons. That's how we're going to run this show today. The girls came back to a heroic welcome, yeah? So let me just take you to Abuja right now. You see Ajibade flashing the trophy. Gosh, it's so beautiful to watch. Let's go. Take a look. So there was also a presidential handshake, right? That's the other video I'd like for you to take a look at. That's it, basically.
Come back.
Gosh, it's so beautiful to watch. I'm telling you, the Super Falcons. I mean, they are just trending. Yeah. They're breaking the net. I can tell you that. Yeah. Now, I promise I wasn't going to drag you. Yeah. So let me not drag you. But you see, the never say never spirit they displayed is just awesome, wouldn't you say?
True.
Mission X accomplished.
Mission X is very much like the very first one. Yeah. Because the beginning, you start counting from 0 now to 20, hopefully, right? So it's a good one. It's
a good one. Let's not dampen the mood. Let me take you to X, right? Back to X. The president was saying that the first lady almost didn't cook for him because she kept watching the match. So I'm like, as in, is still the first lady that cooks for her husband? That's a good thing, right? Is it real? Just so you know, I'm not cooking this up. Let me take you to X so you see what he said precisely. No soundbite, right? Because we need to, move on. But let's go back to X to see what the president said about the Super Falcons and how his wife kept watching. And can we go to X? And he also made lots of promises, lots of rewards, and the Super Falcons are rejoicing. Well, while we wait for that to come up, though, the president said the first lady almost burnt his food because she kept watching and she kept running out to say, we have won. And then the president also now said he didn't want to watch initially because he didn't want any high blood pressure. He also said that He's giving out a 3-bedroom flat each to the girls. Also, lots of millions, 100 million.
Yeah, I think about $200,000.
Oh my gosh! And then governors also donated 10 million. Oh, this is like, I mean, it's a whole jamboree for the girls. So it's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, if only they can actually tackle insecurity the way they actually celebrating the girls. I think that would have gone a long way. But let's focus on the girls.
Oh my gosh! All right, congratulations to the Super Falcons. Right, we move right on now to the second hashtag Bolaji Abdullahi. All right, guys, it looks like we're going to take a short break. Let's take a short break and fix some technicalities, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOPTV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOPTV, Voice of the People Television.
Is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being of an individual. It's the fundamental right of everyone to enjoy the highest attainable standard of health, without distinction of race, religion, or political belief. On VOPTV.
Welcome back, guys. It's still hashtag right here on your favorite channel, VOPTV. I got my co-anchor Ikechukwu and myself, Vivian, and it would be remiss of us not to show you those tweets we promised you we're going to show to you earlier on about the Super Falcons. So before we go right on to hashtag Bolaji Abdullahi, why don't we go back to X and take a look at it? Yeah, Nigeria story says Super Falcons players celebrate as President Tinubu announces the order of the order of the Niger OON. Oh my gosh. And then a 3-bedroom flat and a $1,000 cash award.
100,000.
I'm sorry, 100. Thank you, Ikechukwu. 100,000 USD cash award. That's per person.
Yes, no, the team actually.
The team?
Yes.
All right, in Naira equivalent. No, that's it now for each of the players.
For each of the players?
Oh my gosh, what's up with you? There is for I'm telling you that cashing is for each of the players, minus what the governors are. We told you about the 10 million largesse. Yeah, from the governors. Now, let's take a look at the other tweet now, shall we? Right, Yaba Left Online says they're quoting President Tinubu. I didn't want to watch the match initially because I don't want high blood pressure. My wife was cooking my food in the kitchen, rushed out to tell me we have won, President Tinubu. Actually, if you take a look at other tweets, he said, you have not won. And she kept insisting, thank you, Director. Daddy O now says, Mr. President, as the presidential handshake as cherry on top of the victorious Super Falcons. We already showed you that video. I mean, I just can't get tired of this particular story. It's just so sweet. Now, let's move on. Now, do you want to say something before we move on to...
I'm just trying to do the math. I think
it's mind-boggling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about almost 160 million naira per person.
Gosh! These babes are millionaires right now.
Yeah, considering Nigeria's economy is not good, but hey, congratulations to the girls.
Oh my god.
Now I have to be very, no, come on.
You have to be
what? Congratulations to the girls. But yeah, we'll have to understand
there is no way you're going to dampen the mood. I'm telling you.
I'm not dampening the mood. I'm a realist, you know it.
Realist?
Yes.
Define realist.
Come on, we're living in a very terrible time.
Mr. Realist. Thank you.
Congratulations to the girls.
Yes.
I know woman fighting for woman, that's all you're doing. But hey, congratulations to the girls.
Another person we must not overlook is Coach Madugu.
Yes.
That guy had me cracked up all through. In fact, so Super Sports was showing the match. One of the commentators said, Coach Madugu has been wearing this frown since the 21st minute that the, what's it called now? The Moroccans doubled their lead. He had this cowl on his face all through. And so they were making fun of him. And I was just looking at him, I was laughing. But he did so well. He got 50K as well. Half of what the girls got, he got, as well as the whole coaching crew. I thought we should say
yeah, a lot of persons
big ups
believe
to
in
him,
myself inclusive. But
you believe in him?
I didn't, actually. But he did a good job.
Oh, there's something else I wanted to say. After the equalizer by Sade, he said, thank you, Jesus, with the frown on his face. But yeah, thank you, Jesus, because he's the only one who came back from the dead. You know, the girls actually came back from the dead. I thought to say that. Now, Bolaji Abdullahi is the next hashtag. Ikechukwu, you don't get to say anything. Bolaji Abdullahi is the interim National Publicity Secretary for the ADC. And he is saying that he's actually referring or rebuting, is a rebuttal what Dumebi, another ADC chieftain, had said, that the ADC had been formed to fulfill the lifelong ambition of the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Now, Bolaji Abdullahi has come out to say on behalf of the ADC that that is not true, that the ADC is not a vehicle for anybody's lifelong ambition. Thank you, director, and the incredible team behind the scene. Parallel Fact says 2027 ADC not built for anybody's lifelong ambition. We don't have any favorite aspirants or candidates. Bolaji Abdullahi refutes a northern agenda. It's a mouthful, yeah?
True.
There's a reaction before you have your say. Let's take a look at the reaction. Lots of it, but this is a microcosm of what's there. So I just had to pick this up, or I thought to pick this up. P says, I repeat, what is Atiku looking for in the presidency? That is the turn of the South? Is Atiku a Southerner now, or just a spoiler in Nigeria's search for good governance? Atiku helped create APC, brought Buhari, and now he wants to use Southern tone. So is this really the turn of the South, Ikechukwu, like Peace is saying?
Well, constitutionally, no.
Good.
Yes, constitutionally, no.
But party-wise?
But morally, because I think that's been the structure they've adopted. The North and the South dichotomy. Let's do it turn by turn for equity and balance, right? So morally, I think that's the way to go. But then, like they say, the Constitution is the grand norm. So if the Constitution doesn't permit it, anybody can actually throw their hat in the ring. And if you also remember, in 2023, the APC election, a couple of persons actually, throw their hats in the ring to become the president of the. I think Ahmed Lawan was one of the persons actually throwing his hat in the ring to actually become the candidate of the APC, in spite of being the Senate president at the time. So. Of course, it's supposed to be the turn of the South, but Ahmed Lawan did, and of course, he lost to now the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So yes, Atiku also, jumped in the PDP, also won the ticket there. So it tells you that, of course, it's actually not a thing. It's just, what is best described in the political landscape as gentleman agreement. And there's something about politicians, right? Politicians are not supposed to be held by their word. They're supposed to be held by their deed, right? Because for them, words carry no value. Right? It's actually about action. So that's why if politicians want to look at you, don't want to.
Can we not generalize? There are actually some good politicians who are as good as their words. Don't ask me to give you an example, but you can go on. Yeah.
I know the problem you have with generalization. So that's exactly why you have to actually cut in there. But the thing is, right? When you look at politicians generally, how they actually do their things, right? The first thing, when you say, okay, this person is coming to this party, the first thing they ask you is, what's the person's political value? Because this is exactly what defines a politician, the deed of the person. What is the antecedent of the person, not what he said in the past. And that's exactly why it's difficult to actually, tell a politician that, hey, this other politician is not a good person, so stay away from him. They don't even pay attention to that. They pay attention to the value of the person. Why for the masses, what's important is exactly what the persons have said in the past. And that's exactly why if you bring this person's past words or what he said, while he was in opposition, it's enough for actually it's enough for the public to actually rise up against the person, and then the party will say, oh, you know what, for this reason we don't want to lose our vote, you have to step aside. Now it's not about what the person has said. Now it's about how the public perception is going to see him. So the big question now is for the ADC, right? Yeah. how are they going to actually manage this situation? Because what I see here is that the APC is trying to actually create, an unfriendly environment within the ADC.
But that's what we talked about on Friday.
Yes.
The former vice president said that the incumbent is trying to create
So
tension between himself
they'll
and
continue
Peter
to do
Obi.
it. They'll continue to throw stones.
So the onus lies on both camps to manage this perfectly.
And I also expect, in the coming days for the ADC to also start throwing stones for the APC to be unsettled.
It looks like that's what they're doing. Now, when the rubber meets the road, though, what do you think is going to happen between Atiku and Peter Obi eventually?
I think, for Atiku, it's a problem of age, right? I think that's one of the reasons why it's going to be difficult for him to actually step aside,
his ambition.
because he's definitely going to be looking at, 4 years is a long time in political landscape.
Yeah.
Not a long time for the citizen, right? But for politicians, it's actually a very long time to actually stay out of power. For someone who has actually tasted power to that level, it's a lot for him to actually now sit down and say, okay. Because one thing is this: the fact that you are very, very close to power, and the fact that you have the political value now, it doesn't necessarily mean in 4 years you still have it.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Yeah, he might actually be saying, okay, in 4 years, and then somebody in the north will just rise up, or the northern elite might, you know what? Let's rally around this person. It's going to be a problem for him.
So he just might want to build on the momentum right now.
Yes, he's
Peter Obi is quite younger.
Very well younger. Yeah. And for Peter Obi promising just 4 years. Again, if Peter Obi decides to actually step back, it means that the North is going to have a goal for 12 years.
No. Atiku's promised 4 years as well. He said it.
So if Atiku promised 4 years, that means another Northern has to go for another 4 years. That's the problem. Because
no, says who?
That's the thing.
No, but so if Peter Obi says he's going to do 4 years, who now completes the other 4 years?
So
is it going to be a Northerner or a Southerner?
See the arrangement now. This is supposed to be Southampton, right? Mm-hmm. So if Atiku decides to go 4 years, right, and that's his turn of the South, and another now come out and say, hey, you guys allowed him, this is supposed to be turn of the South.
Okay. So it's safer for Peter Obi to do
absolutely
his thing.
It's safer for the South to actually complete their term. And if Peter Obi is going to be the person, then so be it.
But you did say at the beginning that it's not constitutional. This zoning thing is just a gentleman's...
Yeah. And this is where I'm going to really be saying this. I think it's high time, they looked into it and say, you know what? Let's have it in the constitution to actually stop all of this drama. Absolutely. And it's going to be safe for everyone. Everybody will now know, okay, it's your turn, just let's have it. You guys should actually go do your thing and give us the best person.
But just so we let the viewer know exactly what we are saying. You're saying because of age, it might be very difficult for Atiku to shelve his lifelong ambition. That Peter Obi's got age on his side. Well. So they just need to do their mathematics. Yeah. All right, let's move on now to the next hashtag, which is hashtag the Fayoses, the two brothers. They are head-butting each other. You know that thing about head-butting? If you watch two rams fight, right, and they butt their heads, that's what's happening between the two brothers. So Fayose, the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, the senior Fayose now, has come out publicly to endorse President Tinubu come 2027. Are you surprised? I mean, he recently was pardoned, right, what's it called now? Fraud.
Yes.
Yeah, involving millions of naira. So I got a video of Fayose endorsing the president. By the way, he is supposedly a member of the PDP, but he is in the FCT minister's camp. I'm talking about Nyesom Wike, who is right now staunchly behind the president. So this thing is like, I don't know, man. It's like a cobweb. It's just all... Now, let me just show you the video of Fayose endorsing the president. Take a look.
Without reservation, the President and Commander of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for second term. And to equally, because that is the reason why we are here, and to endorse our own governor, humility personified, our own governor, Abayomi Oyebanji, and his deputy, Bao, for second term. Your Excellency, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
Guys, credit goes to Channels TV and what's it called? Trending Explained for that video you just watched. So you just listened to former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, endorsing the governor of Ekiti State, Governor Oyebanje, and of course endorsing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. You have something to say before we take a look at what his brother is saying?
Of course, you remember the day
we talked, when we saw him crying and celebrating with, you know,
I said it here that, you know, this is going to happen, that, I mean, you've been freed, go and sin no more. Go and preach the gospel, tell them that you're being whole, and tell them how who made you whole.
Stop. So the reason why we are saying this is because former NLC president, former Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole had once upon a time on record said that once you join the PDP, all your sins are forgiven.
And Fayose actually, you know, it's not surprising. You know, this is what politics is all about, right? You have to look at people with men with hearts that can actually speak, you know, truth to either power or opposition. I remember when he was the you know, governor of Ekiti State under the former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. I remember how he was, you know, very fierce with his words, how he speaks, you know, to the then president, and of course you remember that he actually was one of those governors in the south that actually stood his ground against, you know, the Fulani invasion in the state, and how he empowered hunters to actually do a lot of things. So he did a lot of things. And if you look at, you know, Fayose and Wike, they've come a long way. These guys are very much in the camp of the former president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, because Wike is very much a protege of the former president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Of course, and his blessings got him the governor of Rivers State. You know, he's one of the persons who actually make that happen. And
I don't know if they're still together though.
Well,
considering that Nyesom Wike is staunchly behind President Tinubu, and we heard former President Goodluck Jonathan come out publicly to say that it was wrong for President Tinubu to initiate an emergency rule.
Yes, of course. I mean, President Jonathan can always come up to say, you know, his beat as a statesman, but he's really not come up open to actually criticize the government. So he's very much seen as a statesman who will definitely come on once in a while to actually give his input in national discourse. And Nyesom Wike and former President Goodluck Jonathan has not even at any point gone, you know, having
any head-to-head.
So
even though they have, maybe they might have had, it's not in the
yes. If they have something like that, I mean, these guys are two big political figures. Definitely, it's going to be out there.
But you do know the former President Jonathan. He's a very quiet man. So minds his business.
So that's why I'm saying that for him to have kept quiet this long, it means perhaps if there's anything, even if he disagrees with the way he's actually been conducting his business, there's really no big deal. Why I'm actually trying to, you know, bring this piece together is the fact that the two of them actually are in the camp of former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Now that, you know, the power has shifted.
You're talking about Ayo Fayose and Nyesom Wike.
Yes, now power has shifted to Nyesom Wike, you know, because of course it's more like the face of the PDP at this point. Power has shifted, trust me. I mean, politics is like real estate. Yeah. So power has shifted, and now everyone is actually looking at Nyesom Wike as the biggest political figure in PDP at this point.
So it's like the leader of the PDP.
Sadly, it's like so the likes of Fayose will definitely, you know, still be around, you know, the man with the biggest political figure. That's exactly why I said politics like real estate, because it's all about location. You know, I mean, the whatever location of where the land is going to be the value.
Well, that's what you think, though.
That's what politics is about.
Well, so your point finally.
My point basically is that it's not surprising that, you know, Fayose is actually making this remark, you know, tilting towards where the former Minister of State for Education, talking about the current FCT minister, is at this point, which is backing the current
incumbent. Also recall that the EFCC has come out to say they are going to appeal that ruling. Yes. I know you don't have faith in the EFCC, but it has come out to say actually no. It will be remiss of us for us not to say it.
Okay.
The EFCC has come out to say it's going to appeal that ruling that freed former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose. Now, Fayose's younger brother, Isaac Fayose, is saying, whatever, man, you don't even have any electoral value anymore. So let me take you to X. Beg your pardon. Chooks has that tweet. Yeah, Chooks says, you no longer have any electoral value. If INEC conducts a free and fair election, APC will fail woefully in the upcoming Ekiti State election. Isaac Fayose tells his elder brother, former Ekiti State Governor Peter Ayodele Fayose. Take a listen, guys.
I saw my brother's video sending loads of branded t-shirts, bow for second time
to Ado-Ekiti now.
And I saw his video where he said PDP will come fourth.
So it's going to be a very serious
election.
matter on Monday.
My brother,
Serious matter on Monday.
I want to remind you that even when you are in PDP last election, PDP came third. That shows your electoral value is not so much. You don't have so much electoral value anymore because you've betrayed so many party members and so many people, and they don't really like your style again. They don't like your style of politics again. You saying PDP will be fourth. You are saying it because when you are in PDP, PDP came third. So you are thinking the reason why PDP came third was protest votes for APC, for SDP, Segun Oni. Segun Oni still have more value, electoral value, than you, sir, my brother, with all due respect. Segun Oni should be the one doing this union, not you, sir. I can assure you, Oyebanji.
Okay, I mean, he's saying, sir, with all due respect, my brother, and then he's saying what he's saying, and he's saying M Avenue. What do you think is going on between the two brothers, though? Would you say that Isaac Fayose is saying the truth? Basically, he talked about Fayose elder or senior betraying his party members. He talked about him not having electoral values anymore. He talked about people not liking his style of politics anymore. It's a mouthful. What do you think is going on? Okay,
so, I was trying to give an analogy of politics and real estate earlier on, right? So, he's actually talking about proximity to power, right? When you're away from power, your electoral value definitely diminishes. Except you are one of those politicians with a natural cult following. That outside politics, outside power, you definitely still have huge, electoral collateral.
Yeah.
So, but for Fayose, he doesn't have it anymore, and that's what it is. Most of our politicians are not grassroots politicians. They just got into power, and then, of course, because you are in power, people definitely, sycophants, people who need favor, they will definitely rally around you. They will ensure, because they're definitely eating from your government, they want to ensure the status quo remains, right? I mean, it's a quid pro quo thing, right? Give me what I want, and you remain in power. So that's exactly how people actually are wired around politicians.
So like rob my bag and rob your bag.
So now he's not in power and he doesn't have that value again. Sincerely, only very few persons have that kind of collateral. Peter Obi has it. A former
the late PMB
president also has
it,
that. That Kwankwasia also have it. Kwankwaso. So there are few persons that you can look at. Okay, this person's got this capital, but a good number of them don't have it. And now that he's out of power, right, he's definitely going to, he's very much in corridor of power because, of course, he's ex-governor. He can actually reach out to one or two persons. But then, if you look back, right, if people talk about him, who are the people who's going to stand up and say, no, this is our person, you don't talk to this person? I mean, if you insult Fayose today, how many persons is going to blink? So these are the questions. So it's very much spot on. Now, the question of if they're actually having a feud in the family that's making him come out. I don't think it's a feud.
So it's normal for brothers to have divergent views.
I mean, listening to his comment and how he actually used his word, you know that he used it and it was quite respectful in what he was saying. You might want to say it's polite insult, yeah. But in the end, I mean, he actually still say, you know what, make you no vex. But this is exactly what the truth is, and it's actually the truth. Sometimes you just have to say the hard truth. Fayose does not have it. Politicians APC also know he doesn't have it. But the truth is this, right? There's something about public perception, and that's one tool that the APC have used so well since 2014. The APC might not have the popularity that they need to win an election, but you see public perception, image, laundry, and how to actually position yourself like you are the very best in after jollof rice. They have it in good volume, and I'll tell you how they do it. Right? If an election is coming, you do the math and you say, okay, this state has about 4 million persons that's going to vote. Right. The APC might pull up a rally. They don't mind. This is me just giving a hypothesis, right? They don't mind giving the entire village, some money for them to actually appear in that particular rally. Now, what they are looking for is public perception.
So just to call it whatever.
So once people gather,
spade. You're saying the PDP or the APC makes no bones about hiring a crowd.
No, they don't.
When they want to.
They
yeah,
don't.
so let's just say it. So
now when they gather, like when people see this crowd, it's like you start asking yourself, who are the people that want to vote this party? Right now, it's going to be easy for them to.
So this is going to be happening on, at the campaign ground.
Yeah. So now it's going to be easy for them to actually say, oh, right. So when you start seeing the numbers that they're pulling up during the election, you start asking yourself, okay, I saw the number and these people are so, but it doesn't reflect. But the fact that they've given you that public perception, it's okay for them to actually do what they want to do. Okay. So exactly what they are doing now, they need him to actually do this job for you to say, oh, all the political heavyweights in Ekiti is behind the APC. So what then do you want? These are the things.
So you said that's what Ayo Fayose is doing for the APC.
That's exactly what he's
doing.
But
his brother is coming out to counter that. There's also something the brother is saying that Wike and his elder brother are after him now. This is a dramatic turn. It's a bizarre twist to the story. Let me take you back to X. So you see the post, and then there's a video too to match the post. It's still the Fayoses. So we go back to X now to see how Fayose Jr. is saying that someone might be just after him. Oyindamola is quoting Isaac Fayose again. Ayo Fayose and Wike are planning to arrest me. Una too small. I be one man mopo. I'm not running from them. I'm ready and I'm coming back to Nigeria and I'll investigate both of you. Isaac Fayose calls out Wike and his brother Ayo Fayose. Take a listen. We're having some issues pulling up that particular video though, but that's what he's saying. There's a video to that. It's online. It's widely circulated. Apparently he's not in Nigeria, but he says that his elder brother and his paddy, the FCT minister, are trying to arrest him. Do you think it's just a fiction of his imagination, or do you think it's something that really might be true?
Well, if you say it's possible it's a figment of his imagination. But I think that, one thing I've learned over the years is that before every political circle, before every major political event, before a year before, core election, there are different...
Can you hold your thought?
Okay.
Just hold your thoughts. Don't forget this line of thought, yeah? We finally found the video.
Okay.
Take a listen, guys.
To arrest me, you're not too small. I be one man mopo. I no run for you now. I am ready. I just left home a few days ago. Why you not they scare my mother? They scare family. Say you not go pick me. Why you not no pick me when I there around you? Why? Why you not no pick me? Why you not allow me come out? I dey come back home soon. Make I enjoy my family time. I dey come. I no go feel run for you now. Run for you now for waiting. Wike, that 37 billion ICC, we go investigate them. Even if they no investigate them now, after this government, we go investigate them. I no run for you now. I've sent letter to Code of Conduct. I've sent to Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor and Valuers. They will come and value it. I will sponsor it. I am going to be home. Arrest who? Am I running for you? Do I look like Remo Cray? Do I look like someone that feel run? You not funny. Now me. You know the shakara. Make you not allow my age mother to relax well. Make you not no shakara and no run. I'm coming back.
So, I mean, this has taken a bizarre twist. Now, the 37 billion naira he was talking about was the renovation of the ICC center, which has been renamed after the president. Isaac Fayose came out to see that the monies was just too much. He was making comparisons between what the military used to build it and what has been used to renovate it. Now, but the allegations, though, that Wike and his brother are trying to arrest him, and then he's saying they are terrorizing his aged mother and all. But you were making a point earlier on, yeah? You remember your thoughts?
Yeah.
Let's land on that.
So every year, right, before a major political event, key political figures, right, the ruling party or people who are in the corridor of power, the biggest spender, I think that's the right word, the biggest spenders will definitely, create heroes that people rally upon. rally around, and these guys are going to be, major opinion shapers. And this is what's getting me scared about this dude.
These two being
this dude.
Oh, right. Isaac.
Yes, because of course, yes. I've seen this play out a lot of time. I mean,
are you going to classify him in a group of people you call assassins?
Very well, assassins, and also controlled opposition.
So when we say assassins, you should clarify. You call them character assassins, and you named Reno.
Reno.
And then he called Reno. He said it's not Reno that would run away.
Well, of course, like I said, right? I mean, they can fall into two categories. Sometimes they double as character assassinators, and also they work as controlled opposition. And in some cases, in rare cases, actually, they do all sort of jobs. Now, what I'm saying here is this, right? I looked at his statement very well. He's his brother, and then his words, they are harassing his mother, right?
Who is Ayo Fayoses' mother?
So look, just for a while, look at it. How does it really make sense? Is it possible? Okay. Now, why you think of why you have your head wrapped around that?
No, you know why I'm saying this? You said this is controlled opposition.
Yeah.
It's the same thing you said about Omoyele Sowore, right?
So
who has come out openly to criticize his government over and over again. I'm not taking everything you're saying line and sinker.
You don't have to take it.
But that's what you're thinking, yeah?
Yeah, I'm saying that. I mean, you say they are harassing your mother, our mother, basically, because that should be what he should be saying. Because I mean, we are family, right? Why will Fayose allow them to harass my mother, his mother, our mother? This is the first line, right? Again, you look at what he was saying, that he was in the country since they didn't come to actually pick him up, and they started. It's very possible that no issue of arrest or threat, or he just actually came up to make statements.
For why?
So we can have a conversation. So he's going to be in public image. So it's going to be...
Yeah, but to what end?
Now, to this end is that, okay, now there's another figure that the government is against. Let's listen to him. He becomes an opinion shaper.
I don't see it. I don't even see it, really. I don't. But
you don't see it?
Yeah, it's a long shot. But let's keep our fingers crossed.
But we're having a conversation about him.
Well...
That's exactly where the goal is. Okay. You don't see it, but we have to have a conversation. Tomorrow it comes up, we have a conversation.
So this thing about controlled opposition, what goal does it serve?
Right, now, so the thing is this, right? When people, one of the things the government fears the most in the world, government all over the world fears the most, is protest. And it's very dangerous if people are protesting and the government don't know how to actually control it, right? When I mean control it, how to actually pay them off to actually go back. Because they know that when people come out to protest, they most likely lose their seats. They in fact, in some cases, they flee the country because the country gets burnt down. So what they do is to actually find a way to actually control it by actually getting the key people. That's why across the world, what they do, two things definitely happen in a protest that the government cannot control, right? Either the government run away, or the key persons identified in the protest will be killed, persecuted, or sent on exile. Right. So in a case where,
or you send in National Guard, like we talked about.
Yes.
When the Americans were protesting against Donald Trump's immigration policy in one of the states, he sent the National Guard to shut it down. So that is an option that can work in Nigeria?
It's very well possible it can work. Like we saw it at the Lekki toll, right? That's more
during
like
the NSAS
protest. So what I'm saying here is, now when this sort of arrangement happens, the government will look at, okay, this is our person, right? This is our person in the midst of it all. Let's go to him and say, you know what? Let's find a way to talk about it.
Well, it's a wild theory, but also it just might be true.
It happens across the world.
And this is what you think might be happening.
Even agencies, criminal investigative agencies, they do this all of the time. They send criminals in amongst, they send their undercover amongst, criminals to actually
get absolutely, like covert operations.
Yes,
yeah, those are
exactly,
covert operations. Those are covert operations.
It's
totally different from this. But the thing is, there
Okay.
might be an exception to the rule, and this might just boomerang if this is actually the game, right? But we're going to keep our fingers crossed to see how this particular one pans out. Last hashtag for today is hashtag renaming. So you do remember that a Lagos state government had renamed the bus stop. It was formerly Charlie Boy bus stop. It's now called Badu bus stop in Bariga. So there's been a lot of back and forth regarding this. Olamide has said, oh yeah, it's a good thing. That's talking about the rapper who is now, whose name is now there, like, you know. And then Charlie Boy, whose name was there, is saying, what is this? I don't understand it. That is petty and all of that. But see, why this is trending now is because Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has jumped into this particular matter, and he's saying the renaming of this particular bus stop is illegal. Let me take you to X so you take a look at the tweet. That's it. Business Day NG says, Falana slams Charlie Boy bus stop renaming, calls move unconstitutional and authoritarian. Human rights lawyer and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has condemned the recent wave of street and bus stop renamings in Bariga, Lagos. What do you think, though?
About Falana?
About the whole thing.
Okay, so basically about the whole thing, right? The bus stop was never named Charlie Boy by any authority, right? And so if the authority decides to actually rename it for whatever reasons they claim they have, I don't think I have anything to say about it. It's all about, you know, people who run the states, and they've made their decisions. But for Falana, right, I think this is not even, I don't expect him to jump on stuff like that. But hey, this is.
So you think this matter is beneath him?
Yeah, I think it's way beneath him. I don't think he should.
Why? He says it's unconstitutional.
How is it unconstitutional?
Yeah, but he's a Senior Advocate of Nigeria.
Well,
he knows what he's talking. You're not a lawyer. He knows what he's talking about. He also says it is authoritarian.
If you say it's authoritarian, we can have a conversation.
So you don't think it's unconstitutional?
No, it's not. It's not. How is it unconstitutional?
You think Falana is going to come out and say it's unconstitutional when it's not?
See, it's not.
Okay. It's
not. The truth is, bus stops, signposts, and landmarks are something that the state has power over. Right? And that bus stop, like I said, it was not named by the Lagos State government at any point as Charlie Boy.
It was because of the popularity of Charlie Boy himself.
Yes, that in that particular area. So if they decide to actually name it, of course, you might say, okay, for these reasons, I don't think it makes sense for them to be doing what they did. But saying it's unconstitutional, I mean, this is a man who actually was part of the Ojota 2012 Occupy Lagos protest, and he's not coming out and leading protest.
Who are you talking about? Falana?
Yes, Falana. Okay. He's not coming out to lead protests in the country as terrible as the country is. It's not even. He's having a conversation about bus stop. Hey.
Oh, so you see, the thing about, you know, trivializing issues is it for me. This is big deal for Charlie Boy and his gang.
It's not a big deal.
It's big deal.
He had no claim to it.
You
understand what I'm saying? He doesn't have any claim to
but it matters to him, right? Have you seen the bus stop? It was written Charlie Boy bus stop.
Yes,
Who wrote it? It wasn't said. Lagos State government didn't come out to say it is illegal for you to have written Charlie Boy bus stop. But now it is now Olamide Bado bus stop. Now see, Charlie Boy was on a couple of TV stations over the weekend. He said he wasn't going to accept it. He said this was trivial, and then on another platform, he now said, well, if it's for the people, do whatever you want to do. So for him, it hurts. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it should hurt because, of course, over the years, I mean, that bus stop has been synonymous to him. He's been synonymous to that bus stop. I understand that. Yeah. But the thing is, right, your house, right, you decide to actually paint, you know, the color of your house yellow.
Nobody has any business coming to tell you that I don't like it. Yeah,
exactly. So that's
totally different. It just does not tell you. But I get what you're saying.
There's no document.
I get what you're saying. So you're saying in a nutshell, this is not a big deal.
We have bigger problems in this country.
I know, right? It's just like when we started and you said, the Super Falcons shouldn't be celebrated because there is insecurity and all of that.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Is it yesterday? No, is it yesterday or today? Earlier today, you know, over 100 security personnel somewhere in the north
were killed.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. This is 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh, let's not go into the prophecy. Let's not
these
go
are
back,
bigger issues.
Let's not go back into doomsday prophecy. Guys, this is where we get to wrap up the show. Big thanks to everybody that contributed to making the show a success. But the bigger thanks goes to you guys for watching. If you liked it, why don't you join Ikechukwu and I again for another edition of #, same time, same station. Until then, I am Vivian. Bye.